His final season in Boulder saw him become the 4th player ever to rush for over 2,000 yards on his way to winning a Heisman Trophy. From the University of Colorado, running back Rashaan Salaam.
Another Buffalo in the College Football Hall of Fame. Heisman Trophy winner Rashaan Salaam. The late Rashaan Salaam. That's his mother accepting the award for him, in fact, in New York City, as another Buff goes to the Hall of Fame. Back at the Stampede, Buffaloes rolling in the Rocky Mountain Showdown as they roll over the Rams of Colorado State. Joining us, assistant coach Rick Ray. You're a football guy. Rashaan Salaam, that means something, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Kansas City, so I remember the old Big 8.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
We followed that all the time, and for a young man to get 2,000 yards in one season, you have to give him the Heisman.
Yeah, special. Yeah, Rick and I talk football all the time when we're on the road. All right, this basketball game. I mean, I don't think anybody expected this. Colorado came out. It was a dogfight for the first 15, 16 minutes, but Colorado then pulled away. Well, what was the switch that went off there at that 4-minute timeout in the first half?
Well, I'll tell you one thing that we've really been working on is practices, just taking care of the basketball. We're a young and inexperienced team, so what we started to do was every time you have an individual tournament, go see the roof.
Running a little bit.
You're running a little bit. And then also as a team, once you get pointed 6 turnovers, your whole team had to run. So I think just doing that a little bit and holding guys accountable in practice hopefully has carryover for us in the game.
You guys have talked as a staff with this team about consistency. The last few ball games, there's been a 4, 5, 6-minute stretch where we kind of fall asleep. We didn't do that in this ball game. That's the key for this team, isn't it? Finding that consistency for 40 minutes.
Yeah, and the key to consistency is us not giving the ball to the other team.
Yeah.
And so we ignite their fast break with our turnovers, and a lot of those are live ball turnovers, and you just don't have any defense for that. I'd much rather those guys, like, and they get in a situation like that, just pick the ball up and punt it out of bounds so we can set our defense. But the live ball turnovers lead to those inconsistencies.
Last few ball games, we saw it against Washington. We saw it here tonight against the Rams. A little bit of zone has been peppered in here and done very well for Colorado.
Yeah, we're so deep, and what leads to that is when we pick up full court, we call it a 33, and so we go back to a zone. Guys like Julian and Ruffin, those guys come in there and they give us a little bit of fire because we're picking up 94 feet.
Buffaloes get the victory, 93-65 to knock off the Rams. Afterward, we heard from head coach Tad Boyle. Powered by Ford, cars, trucks, and SUVs built for America, built Ford proud.
We showed tonight how good this team can be. I mean, and again, I want to tell you how much I respect Colorado State. Nico Medved's done a terrific job there since he's been there. They got good players. Our defensive intensity, our energy level tonight was really good. From our first unit to our second unit, the whole everybody that played in the game. So I was really pleased. We shared the ball, and the challenge that I gave our team, after the Washington game, after having 38 turnovers in 2 games, is we got to take care of the ball. And we knew that. We got to make free throws. We know that. The ball's going to start going in at some point. We have good shooters, as long as we're getting good shots. And our guys respond. We have 8 turnovers and 16 assists. And, that when you take care of the ball and you get great shots and then you contest, I thought our defensive intensity, we needed to take Colorado State out of their stuff because they run their stuff well. Tristan responded tonight. Nate Clifford gave us good minutes. Luke O'Brien. Jalen Gabadon, you look at the stat sheet, he didn't do a whole lot. He took 2 big charges on Tanya. Really, really smart plays. So, good win.
There's the head coach of the Buffaloes after the Buffs get the victory in the Rocky Mountain Showdown. We continue with Rick Ray, assistant coach for the Buffs. You got some special guys in this team. KJ Simpson is one of those guys that just on occasion wows you with what he does. 27 points in this ball game. Talk a little bit about how you see him maturing as a point guard.
Yeah, well, he can get a little wild. Sometimes I call him the wild man of Borneo. He had a situation, we went in there and tried to dunk on 3 people. He gets the ball in the corner, he's falling out of bounds. Okay, I'll just shoot this 3. Probably not the best shot and best decision making, but yeah, it went in. And so that encourages him at times. But he's so talented, he's so fast and so quick. But what I love about KJ is every single day he comes in, he's got a great personality. He's bubbly, he's exuberant and excited about coming in and practicing at 7:30 in the morning. So we don't ever want to take that away from him.
You know what you're going to get a lot of times out of KJ, out of Tristan DeSilva. They're kind of the cornerstone guys. When you get the role guys, Nate Clifford was very good, 13 points, 4 rebounds in this game. You had Luke O'Brien had 10 points and 4 rebounds. When those guys are coming off the bench and giving you those kind of minutes, that's so productive for this team, correct?
Yeah, and Nate Clifford, I showed him on tape. A lot of times on his finishes, he's above the rim.
Yes.
And I said, if you're above the rim, why not just dunk it? So I showed him a whole bunch of tape of like him being above the rim, and I said, you know who you're named after, right? Dominique Wilkins. And I showed him a film like Dominique Wilkins. He's above the rim, you're above the rim. Just dunk it. I was happy to see him do that tonight.
For our younger viewers, by the way, Dominique Wilkins was one of the great dunkers in the history of the world. I mean, it was just unbelievable. The upside for this team really is kind of fun when you think about it, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And we expected to have our highs and lows when you lose so many guys like Jabari Walker and Evan Batty and people like that were veteran basketball players for us. So we know we'd have our dips. What we got to continue to do is be more consistent.
All right, Buffs get a nice win, 93-65. It's still on the scoreboard. That's assistant coach Rick Ray. Buffs will take about a week off now for finals before they got North Alabama coming in next week. Coming up next, we're talking about the CU women's basketball team, and Tayana Jones is going to join us.